Hey, what's up, guys? Joker here, and I hope you're all doing well. Today, we've got a couple of news stories to get through in the world of PC gaming and computer hardware. First up, we're going to be talking about some leaked specs of the upcoming 3000 series or Ampere GPUs from Nvidia, which appear to be completely false. And also, we got a teaser for the new Assassin's Creed game, which is now called Valhalla. Did you just finish building a sweet gaming rig only to have this happen to you? Not to worry, because your CD Key has you covered with Windows 10 Pro licenses for under $18. And if you head over there right now, you could save 20% off with my code JPD20 at checkout. You'll receive your key within seconds, and then just click the start button and type activate to find the Windows activation screen, and all you gotta do then is paste your code in. For more info as well as that coupon code, be sure to check out the links down in the description below. So first up, let's talk about those leaked specs of the upcoming Ampere GPUs from Nvidia, which we are hoping to get some details on the architecture at GTC 2020 on May the 14th, which Nvidia has already said they are going to be revealing some information there. And the title of their press release was Get Amped, which I covered here on the channel. So obviously we're going to hear some new information about Ampere GPUs, which are expected to arrive later this year. It's just expectation really at this point, nothing firm from Nvidia. So obviously with that expectation, it was only a matter of time before we were going to start seeing some leaked specs and information about these Ampere cards. And this is no different, as this image right here was posted on the China Times forums yesterday, and then it's been, obviously since then, it's been circulating around on the internet on websites like Google 3D, and it ended up here over on DSOG. And honestly, they do seem a little bit far-fetched when you first take a look at them. For starters, things like the core counts. I mean, if these were the true specs of something like the 3080 Ti, they would absolutely decimate anything that AMD could put out there with RDNA 2. Even a big Navi GPU, something with 8,192 CUDA cores, would absolutely destroy anything AMD could probably release at any point this year. And also, with the 3080 Ti having almost twice the cores as the 3080, these specs seem a little bit far-fetched. And thankfully, we actually got a comment on this post over on DSOG Gaming, which I use for a lot of news stories. They cover pretty much mostly like PC gaming, as well as some PC gaming hardware related stuff. So it's not their fault for reposting the specs. They themselves say take it with a grain of salt, which of course you always should with any type of early leak or rumor like this, especially for GPUs. So it would be great if these specs were true, but they probably are not going to be the case, as this what appears to have just been nothing more than guesswork. As if you look over on DSOG, the top comment right now from user Metal Messiah actually seems to be pretty on the ball in terms of the information related to this picture. So I'm going to basically go ahead and probably take what he's saying as gospel, pretty much. I think he sounds like a pretty smart individual with knowledge of all of the different facets of how this image got leaked and posted online and everything like that. So we're going to take a quick look at his comment on DSOG and sort of break it down, because I do think everything he's saying here sounds completely accurate. So he starts off by saying, nah, these specs are fake. It's based on guesswork, which was posted on China Times website and forum. Also note that the tweet was deleted because the person that tweeted it out, by the name of Chia Kahua, believes that the specifications from China Times are false or fabricated. He goes on to say that they just use an image which details rumored specifications. The article itself was about NVIDIA's add-in board partners, such as Asus, Gigabyte, and MSI, who are trying to clear current inventory of the RTX 20 series of GPUs, and then these potential specifications were posted along inside of that forum. He says another thing to add is that in the specifications listed by China Times are all presented with the mathematical symbol for less than, which confirms that these numbers are nothing more than guesswork. And you could see that in the table there. If you take a look again, you could see next to all of the specs, they do have this less than symbol. So it appears like these are like top end, like Halo Dream specifications, and it's going to be something less than what is listed on there. Metal Messiah also notes that the RTX 3080 Ti is using a GPU core called GA100, the GA obviously standing for GeForce Ampere, which is the typical nomenclature we see for the different GPUs. However, as he notes, which is 100% true, The 100 number would be very unlikely, as typically something like the 2080 Ti uh, would be GT 102 for the 2080 Ti, because that's on the Turing architecture, and for Ampere it should be the GA 102 and not the 100 series of GPU, as those have never been used for creating gaming graphics cards in the past, and that's probably going to be the case here again with the 3000 series cards. So there you have it. That's the information that we have right now. Obviously, nothing can be confirmed about these specs, and as I said, with Metal Messiah, having seems like pretty solid information there, knowing all the information as far as to where the image came from, how it came about, and everything like that, I'm going to go ahead and say that the rumored specs are very likely false. I mean, they maybe could be possible, but in this case, it's really just someone making them up and saying what they could maybe be. So it doesn't seem like there's any actual driving force behind this information besides just people guessing at it. So yeah, it's probably going to be false, and we'll just have to wait and see on what the actual specs are. And thanks to Metal Messiah for breaking that all down in the comments. Guy seems pretty knowledgeable and everything like that, so definitely helps us to kind of squash this rumor so people aren't seeing these specs and, going out and selling their 2080 Ti's because they think the 3080 Ti is going to be this insane card with like 100% performance increase and something like that. I think we're probably going to see the typical performance increase from generation to generation. We're probably looking at somewhere around the 25 to 30% improvement in performance. So we'll wait and see on when these new cards, we get some more information. Hopefully on May 14th at GTC 2020, we'll actually get to find out some information on them. Next up, I did just briefly want to mention the announcement, or the tease really, of the new Assassin's Creed game from Ubisoft, which we now know is called Valhalla, which is basically going to be Assassin's Creed with Vikings. So it's going to be set in the Norse Viking world, which is a setting that I've definitely been waiting for them to do for quite some time. We really don't have any other information about the Valhalla game at this time, although you can see from the artwork that was made here, we could see some combat with maybe some of the weapons we could expect to see. Looks like some halberd or a spear or something like that, and shield combat, and obviously boats, as Vikings are a huge part of Norse culture. We can definitely expect to see Viking ships and probably sea combat making a return to the series, which obviously came in back with Black Flag, was the first Assassin's Creed title to really do that very well. And yeah, we'll probably see a return to sea combat in Valhalla, so I'm going to welcome that. And I can't wait to get some more details on it, which by the time you're seeing this video, the trailer for the game has actually probably been released, as it's meant to be revealed today, April 30th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and it's currently 10:04 a.m., so less than an hour from now, the actual trailer will be out for this, which is probably going to be about the exact time that you're seeing my video go up. So there'll be more information out there that you guys can see and get a trailer for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But let me know down in the comments below if you're excited about Assassin's Creed Valhalla, as I certainly am looking forward to a new entry in the franchise. Although I wasn't really that keen on Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I didn't really care for the setting of that game too much. Always thought I would have loved to seen a ancient Greek setting, but I just didn't think that game was really that good, and it was filled with a lot of busy work and just basically clearing the map and stuff like that. It was very open worldy, like of course it's an open world game, but it was like open world game the game. It was almost like a parody of itself in a way, with how much busy work and map clearing like objectives and stuff there were that didn't really seem to have any substance to them or reason to why you were doing these things, other than to just complete something and sort of pad out the dozens and dozens of hours you would spend playing the game to completion. So hopefully Valhalla, we get to see a return to form, at least in my opinion. I know a lot of people probably liked Odyssey, but I guess obviously I'm hoping that it's more like the Assassin's Creed games that I like. I really did enjoy Origins. I thought that was a very good balance for the Assassin's Creed series. So hopefully Valhalla is something like that, or maybe a mix of that and like Black Flag, since they're bringing back the ship combat. So that'll be something that I am looking forward to seeing. But I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. If you enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up on it, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you tomorrow for another one. Ta-ra.